Most people think that this is a thread just about Drake's recent album. I saw something deeper. This thread is all about Drake and Iceman. The thread title, realistically, what could Drake have done on Iceman to help his public image as well as just to make a good album in general? So it's a simple question. And I got a lot of thoughts about the music. Maybe in another video I'll do it, but this is about something different. Because when I apply my methodology, my Reddit methodology to this thread, I see something really interesting when you really analyze it and break it down. When you assess this thread, yeah, like there's lessons to be learned. This is not necessarily like a sell yourself. This is a discussion. And it's not just a discussion about the music. This is a real discussion about public image, reputation, trust. So there's something that we can learn from this. Brands, creators, founders, everyone, we can learn from this in terms of the situation that they're talking about with Drake, his public image, what he done on Iceman, what he could have done in relation to the Drake Kendrick beef and everything around it. So we discover this thread, there's a pain point here. This person wants to know, they're asking the question, what could Drake have done on that album to help his public image and make a good album? So they're asking about not only just the music, it goes beyond the music. What could he have done on the music and generally with his public image? What could he have done to make his public image better? Because as we know, a lot of people, we talk about Iceman, we talk about how he reacted after the beef, and he's moving a bit weird. Like it doesn't. People are saying that he's not reacting in a way that makes you want to support him. So this is more than about music. This is about trust. So now we decode a thread like this and we go deeper into it. This is more than about the music. This is about reputation. This is about trust. This is about accountability. Because when you look in the thread, a lot of people are talking about Drake should have been more accountable. He should have taken the criticism and the feedback. He should have acknowledged where he went wrong and strove to be better. He should have showed change. He should have showed growth. The music shows that he just really just brushed everything off. People are talking about that. And that is adding to the thing of we're not being able to trust him. We can't support him. The music doesn't hit the same. It goes deeper into just making good music because people want more. And this is a lesson for people, a lesson for brands, people that their reputation is shot. They take an L in the public eye. It's not just about, okay, like you took the L and then maybe you just brush it off, because you could brush it off. People could say that you're fake. You could address it and then people could complain about that. It's about how you address it. It's about how you take the L and make something of it. Drake didn't take the L and use it to grow and be a catalyst for change. He said it in his music. He doesn't really want to do the work. That adds to how people feel about his music. That adds to how people see that he's just making the same kind of music. He doesn't seem like he even cares about the situation at hand, him taking the L and all of this. He's pretending like it doesn't exist. And that's just a symbolism of a lack of growth, accountability. So like I said, this is a lesson for everyone, for all of us, in that. And when we take L's, how we react to it is deeper, because it's not just about we just go about and like nothing happened. How we can address it, how we can show that we are accountable, how can we show some kind of growth or some kind of realization, actuality, something that helps us move forward and be even stronger. So when we deploy in this methodology, it's not necessarily about how we have to do something, it's how we have to act going forward. In these situations like a Drake, or maybe another artist, maybe something happens, they take an L, or maybe as a business owner, you take a hit to your reputation, or any kind of business takes a hit to their brand. It's about how you act from it. Because we're seeing here, people don't like you just going about like nothing happened, or you showing a lack of growth, you showing a lack of change. Acknowledge the situation. Acknowledge how you're feeling about it. Don't be act like a victim. Take accountability for the situation and understand, yeah, here's where I went wrong and here's where I'm striving to be better. Okay, I'm taking the situation. I'm not gonna let the situation define me. I'm gonna try and do something better. I'm gonna try and grow from it. I'm gonna try and overcome the L. I'm gonna acknowledge that I did something bad or I did something wrong. In Drake's situation, he was really goading Kendrick and pushing the narrative of I need Kendrick to respond, and then Kendrick did what he did. Drake took the L. So Drake really was pushing for what happened to him. And what happened to him, he didn't like it. He clearly it's affected him. But he's not going to really say that. He's not going to be accountable for that. And that's where we can all see the flaws and we can see the gaps. How we show accountability and growth is important. And that needs to reflect in our music or our content or our what we do going forward, our business, our products, our services. It has to all impact. It has to all show that we take into account what people are saying, take into account the feedback from fans, audience, supporters, people that buy our products, people that buy our services. They buy into us, they support us. How we respond is really, really important, because you don't want to be in a situation like Drake where he's just in a box of, I don't know where he's going. The audience doesn't know where he's going. He seems like he's lost, and we see that in the music. How you respond to the L, reputation loss, trust loss, is really, really important, man. It really is. So now we talk about compound. So like I said, it's about the learning from it, because now imagine that now we take the feedback that we've got and now we apply it to our, in this situation, Drake, right? We apply it to our next songs, our next body of work. You can see that the audience will respond better when they can see the accountability that's been taken. They can see the growth and they can see the change, and just show that we've taken the feedback and we go stronger with it. And that's the thing about the compounding, is that the compounding is all about taking the information we've gathered, the insights, the criticisms, the whatever people are saying, and how can we apply it and get more value out of it. And that's the whole point. Like, if we can take the feedback and put something out that is more in line with ourselves and our brands and what people are saying and the data and insights, and make something greater. And that's how you can show more value in the long run, which will make you which will make better products, better services, and etc. These things can all compound over time, but if you just pretend like it doesn't exist, try and move forward, it don't work, man. And it's transparent. The audience can see through it, and it just doesn't work. So now we go into operate. The operation in this case is, how can we create a system or something like that to be better? Very simple. Like, we can log situations like this, log it in our minds, read the insights, read what people are saying, and from that we try to, like, how can we do something better the next time? How can we improve it the next time? It's not over. The story ain't over for Drake. But if he's just going to continue to move like nothing happened and all of this, it's going to look bad for him. It's going to look dark for him. The fans, some fans will like his stuff and a lot of people won't. But if you have to move forward in a way that is showing that this happens, right? The L happens, move forward from it. When we apply the whole methodology, we can see that some people are obviously going to like Drake's music, and I get it, but a lot of people, and a growing number of people, are just tired of him not taking accountability, producing music that shows that you're not growing, you're not making any evolution, you're not taking on feedback, you're just stuck in a box. When we apply that methodology, that's a framework for us to move forward, go forward in a positive way. And it's all about being better, man. Drake can be better, we can be better, but burying your head in the sand ain't the way to do it, man. So that's my thoughts about this, my breakdown of the whole situation. I'm out.